A writer named Kafka once wrote, "Literature can be an ice axe to break the frozen sea within us." It's true for me that sometimes I've been busy running from one thing to another, and then I pick up a novel and read a bit. The book makes me pause and reflect and remember. It makes me think of stories and themes in my own life. Today, I want to teach you that when writers want to write powerful, one strategy they use is to read or listen to literature and then write. Reading literature can help writers write their own literature. Writers write off from the texts. As a writer, I often start with a text that I know will be powerful for me. It's often a text that I already know. Then I simply read the text, taking in the words and the images. Then when the text is done, I let it sink in. I might reread it a little. Then when I feel in the middle of that text, I write. I don't write about the text, and I don't write more of the text. I write off of the text. Let me show you what I mean. I recently reread my favorite chapter from Jacqueline Woodson's Notebooks of Milan and Son, titled Alone. Let me read just a little bit of it to you, and then I'm going to read what I wrote off of this chapter in my own memoir. So this is Alone. Some days I wear alone like a coat, like a hood draping from my head that first warm day of spring, like socks bunching up inside my sneakers, like that. Alone is how I walk some days, with my hands shoved deep in my pockets, with my head down, walking against the day, into it, then out again. Alone is the taste in my mouth some mornings, like morning breath, like hunger. It's the lumpy oatmeal for breakfast when Mama doesn't have time to cook, and I still don't know how much oatmeal and water and milk will make it right. So that's just a little excerpt from the text, but based on that, I saw a lot of descriptions just describing the word alone. It used some similes, it used some metaphors. It just described it very differently than what I would have thought of myself. So I took this idea, I didn't write more about alone or add any more to this, but I opened up my writing, and I was actually able to come up with a whole paragraph describing the word music instead of the word alone. So here's what I added to my memoir. Some days I felt as if music has seeped into every nook and cranny of my life. It was there in school, it was there when I got home, it was there when I talked to my parents, my friends. Music was there when I heard people passing by, the rhythm of their feet on the ground. Music was there when I would hear the hum of an air conditioner or the tone of a school bell. Music was my blanket, and I wore it safely around me at all times. It would cling to me and never leave my side. So that's what I added to my text. You're going to have an opportunity to add to your memoir in a little bit. So I'm going to show you a second chapter from a different book, so you can choose which one you would like to be inspired by. So this is from Patricia McLaughlin's story Journey. So here's just an excerpt from it. In the picture, the girl who was my mama sat behind a table, her face in her hands, looking far off in the distance. All around her were people laughing, talking. Lancy, Mama's sister, made a face at the camera. Uncle Minor, his hair all sun-bleached, was caught by the camera taking a handful of cookies. In the background, a dog leaped into the air to grab a ball, his ears floating out as if uplifted and held there by the wind. But my mother looked silent and unhearing. "It's a nice picture," I said, "except for Mama." "Must have been the camera," I said after a moment. Grandma sighed and took my hand. "No, it wasn't the camera, Journey. It was your Mama. Your Mama always wished to be somewhere else." "Well, now she is," I said. After a while, Grandma got up and left the room. I sat there for a long time staring at Mama's picture, as if I could will her to turn and talk to the person next to her. The expression on Mama's face was one I knew, one I remembered. Somewhere else. I am very little, 5 or 6, and in overalls and new yellow rubber boots. I follow Mama across the meadow. It has rained and everything is washed and shiny, the sky clear. As I walk, my feet make squashing sounds, and when I try to catch up with Mama, I fall into the brook. I am not afraid, but when I look up, Mama has walked away. Arms pick me up, someone else's arms. Someone else takes off my boots and pours out the water. My grandfather. I am angry. It's not my grandfather I want. It is Mama. But Mama is far ahead and she doesn't look back. She is somewhere else. I have a lot of ideas from that text. When you write, if you notice when I had done it before, I didn't write about their text or even the same topic at all. I just let the words of her writing roll over me, and I wrote whatever was in my mind. I wrote practically without thinking, all in a rush, and very quickly, actually. I want to get writing because this second story inspired me, so I'm going to let you get started too. So it's your turn. You're going to write for 30 minutes. Take a look at either text or use one of your own if you would like. But find something that inspires you and inspires your writing. Have fun.